everyone from wherever this place is. Disney. Rings from only reason I came here is because of the construction and doing in Wally World, so I figured I'd take a look at it, connect for a little bit, channel a little bit, and get out of here. As you came in, it was Star Wars Land. I believe that was in the background. So I guess I closed this thing down. Tiniest theater for right now. So, the reason I came here checking on the CIA so they can spy on me. Or I can spy on them, one of the two. So far so good. This is like the weakest part here because of so much construction. So. Alright, we're gonna start connecting. Yeah, on the way here, there was one thing about this time, was it September? Traffic's a lot better. June, July, August. August got a little bit better. June, July, what's up? So, alright, yeah, it's obviously a lot less crowded. They got more hurricanes, so this will be a lot less crowded. So, alright, here we go. Blessings and happy connections. Alright, we're going to start connecting, so much love, and here we go, head forward. No, never mind about that. Okay, alright, see you sometime. Greetings, I am Mead, blessings from the Andromedan Council. We are sending our energies to you as you connect more to your dimensions, open up to the realities that are here. As you are connecting to humanity's consciousness, you are seeing there are different keys you can unlock to know more about your world. More of you believing it, but not just believing it, but feeling it, understanding as the dimensions are opening up to you. As you are seeing the spirits around you, the aliens around you, that will only increase, but only if you allow it to. If there's any type of fear, it will close itself down. Not to say that many of you have fear, but some do in some ways. That they're going to let go of the third dimension completely. But as for your connections strengthen, you can only, once you go one way, it's hard to go back to the other. Once you go into more of an awakening energy field, well, less likely to ever turn in the other direction. We are sending our energies and our insight. Yes, there are many reptilians that are causing much distraction. And as you can tell with this atmosphere, that humans aren't really ready to see true energies that are involved with. That will only increase over time as for what is truly happening here. But right now it is allowing itself is still in much denial. As they don't want to see the energy fields that are here. Especially the beings that they're seeing in fiction are actually real.
No, they don't have any more.
And that right there brings a lot of terrifying vibrations, as you can imagine. Yes, might as well keep it on the screen and bring it into your reality. This is another reason why we have not fully become involved with your collective, is because these movies are actually testing humans out. seeing what you want to experience. And the consciousness is bringing more of the negativity in. That's another way of also clearing that out. So we have the negativity, and we connect to negativity. Let's get that out of our system first, so we can connect to the positive. So the reason why you have aliens, negative aliens, and whatever it might be, parasites, whatever it might be, you're just getting that out of your system to allow more of the positivity to come through. And at this time, we do see more positivity coming into your environment. And the real truth is going to take some people off. Yes, it's already been mentioned in many groups of what is happening, but realize it's going to only increase. The presence here is only going to get stronger as you connect more to the positivity of it. Now, what version of it's up to you. You always have the it's always up to you what version you connect to. Positive, negative. If there's ducks, if there's cows in your dimensions, that's up to you. It doesn't really matter. The more you are opening, the more the realities you are bringing into your world. You're allowing yourself to see what is truly happening here. Because all your animals have a consciousness, they have an alien connection. Especially your cows. Yeah, I'm not connected to the cow people yet. Not really. Or the chickens, for that matter, but definitely the cows. You'd be surprised how powerful the cow energies are within you. They're not just there to feed you, but they're also to assist you with this experience. As you're in this darkness, you will see more. You might even see your cow friends start talking to you. Maybe not your hamburgers, but definitely your cows. We'll leave you be. We don't want to bring out too much to suppress you, feel like you have too much of a download. Not to say that that is what this is, but to figure out this is significant at this time. To let you grow with this information and see more inside yourself. Blessings. Greetings. I'm Callahan, Reptilian, Anunnaki Reptilian, blessings. There is a reptilian species that is called the Goliath Reptilian. They're very large. They're using human DNA to enhance their abilities. They have not quite gotten it down completely for a giant to fully function without losing its mind, but it is quite efficient. I'm a reptilian that is very humanoid. I can shape-shift easily. I'm of the 6th density. A Syrian reptilian, Anunnaki. Well, our energies are mostly in the Sirius constellation. But our message to you, as you realize the giants that are here, which is many, are different types of species. And the reptilian do feel they have a word on your planet. They have a presence here. They have a control over it. And in some cases, why? Because you have much of our DNA. Also, humans seem to give in to the manipulations done by the reptilians, as you might see. That's the thing that's pretty obvious in the negativity here. Humans are falling for the manipulations at a grand scale. Either it's depression, or it's violence, anger. Actually, a lot of the violence here is actually from much of the Lyrans. And there are negative Lyrans here. There's everything here. The reason we are going into this direction of message, because many are falling for the manipulations. And our message to you is to release the manipulations. Define yourself. Do not have these lower vibrational callings. The Lyrans are very much of stress, attack, war, along with reptilians in a different way. It is more subtle, unseen. It also can cause one to not think clearly. Reptilians' manipulations. The Lyran manipulation is to put a thought in your mind and has it easily opens into violence or whatever it might be. I imagine you're quite aware of that. Reptilians sometimes, yes, they're in the same way, but they do a lot of manipulations of destruction of oneself, such as alcohol, which causes violence. But a lot of the Lyran manipulations has to do with a thought of violence, a slow birth of it, or one just explodes, basically. Out of nowhere sometimes, but that's been seeding for such a long time. You might see that in your cats, where they just see very subtle, and all of a sudden they just attack you. That is a Lyran manipulation, actually. Or a Lyran way, however you want to look at it. Either way, it is there. It is one way to have to empty out these thoughts that are coming into your mind from lower dimensional beings. But it's up to you to how to clear these thoughts. They're very subtle. They come into your mind and they sit there until something happens that sets them off. You know, somebody just loses it all of a sudden. They're just minding their own business and then they just explode. As I said, that's very much the Lyran manipulations. The reason that is there is a sneak attack, you can say. Sometimes they feel it's worthy of you to have it because it helps your reflexes and you're protecting yourself, and sometimes the thought of violence is one protecting themselves, which is a false paradigm. And the Lyrans have been manipulated greatly by the reptilians over time. So you're not always going to see this download if you have it. Negative thoughts come from it also. Reptilians are sometimes, normally when they bring in a negative thought, it is there like a stinger. It comes in and it just starts to sting your mind. It's like, and all of a sudden, very, very negative all of a sudden. That is a reptilian, and can be an Anunnaki, but mostly it's reptilian. It's because they're tired of your ways. They don't want you to, they're testing you. It's a amount of things to see what you would do. And a lot of these reptilians that do this aren't necessarily negative. I mean, yes, what they are doing is negative, but their whole demeanor is not negative. It's like, what could you feel for? What could you do after I did that? Look how you acted. So it's a strange way of looking at things, but humans aren't quite understanding the manipulations caused to, which causes a lot of health deficiencies also. A lot of these manipulations cause health problems. And a lot of it actually has to do with Anunnakis also. As a combination. It's basically you take an Anunnaki fusion that is negative, and you put negative intentions and fusions from Lyran, from Syrian. You put it all in gray. You put it into a big package, and then you inject it into the human. And they sometimes can't get out of it. And this at times happens when you're children. To give you a little bit more idea why children are sometimes already kind of disconnected, they already hate the parents. A lot of that has to do with the negative. It's like possession. It's very difficult to remove once it's in the child though. It's just like, the child hates the parents and you have no idea why. And a lot of times the child can reject it, but they can also make it worse. They can push it out too, depending on the vibration of the child. Some just love it, but they don't know why. They connect to it. It's like, I know this energy because I've done this to other beings. So it's a combination. Some children are in some ways trained assassins in some regard to their families, but not necessarily to remove them from the earth, but to close our energies down.
Great job, students!
I must be going now. I think I've had enough.
Well done!
But hopefully this brings you
It's
insight
now time to move
to bring a healing to yourself. That is what matters. Blessings.
Join me or face the power of the dark side.
It's all right, kids. There's many of us, and only one of him. The balance is in our favor. I believe the balance is shifting.
There is no balance, so be it.
Students, remember what you learned and you will be victorious. Who shall go first? I need a brave one. Right there. Come, student. Stand up here.
As you wish.
Ready for this? Let's go. Hit that light switch on the side. Now, get down to his head. Good. Sabers down.
If you got the time, I'd like to stay a while. Do you remember what I said last time we met? Would you like to move a little closer now? I'd like to be